chicos, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl Cynthia here. If you're new here, my first video tells you all about me, so go check that out. Link's gonna be up or in the description. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks a lot for sticking around. I love you guys so much. That being said, guys, for short, my channel is about my experience and adventures I go through life. Currently I'm in the US. Oh my gosh, and I film about my experience and adventures here. And if that's something you guys enjoy watching, then be sure to hit and subscribe button and come along with fun together. That being said, guys, let's get into the video. So guys, for today's video, I'm so excited, guys. Like, if it's not already obvious, I am super excited because oh my gosh, guys, I have to calm down. So again, my tone is down because I'm in the restroom and my body
terminal will the dash driver with the silver vehicle curbside and seat baggage claim please return to your unattended. Anyway,
so after that short announcement interruption, so yeah, I'm super excited. I'm at the airport right now. I'm at my boarding gate, getting ready to take off. And I'm super excited, guys. First time, super excited. Dream city. So I'm trying to calm down. For some reason I've been feeling so nervous all morning, guys. Even since like yesterday, I've been feeling this, I don't know, anxiousness. I don't know why. Like, I'm supposed to be excited, like, but I don't know, I don't know, is this, I don't know, because I don't know what to expect. I mean, I kind of know what to expect. I mean, we've seen it. We all know how it looks like, right? We don't know what the whole hype is about, but at the same time, I don't know. Because it's my first time, maybe it's because it's my first time, I don't know, but I'm super nervous, but I have my hopes up, fingers crossed, and I'm looking forward to having the best time yet. So I'm going to be spending a week there, and I'm going to be staying over with some family and exploring. So come along, guys, let's go. Hey guys, so I'm currently at Phoenix and I'm just waiting for my final boarding call to New York. Oh my gosh, I feel like now I'm a bit calm. I'm not as nervous as I was initially. I don't know what it was, but I don't know, I just feel more relaxed and calm and excited. So guys, you won't believe it. So I don't know if it had anything to do with why I was nervous all this while, but something crazy happened. So while I was, I think just before boarding to Phoenix, I went to the restroom, you know, as I showed you guys for my intro. Filmed my intro, was happy, went back to my boarding gates and sat down for a whole 30 minutes. Full 30 minutes, guys, only for me to realize that I didn't have my passport with me. And I was like, oh, it's probably my bag, you know. Open my bag, it's not there. And I was like, where did I last see it? And I remembered while I was in the bathroom, I had placed it on the sink filming my vlog, because I always like to have it on hand. So I placed it on the sink and then I filmed my intro and I left, leaving it in the bathroom. My heart started pounding fast because it was like literally 20 minutes to boarding time. I went back to the bedroom. All the while I was praying, I was like, please God, please God. I go back to the bedroom, got to the sink. Guess what? It wasn't there. It wasn't there, and I was like, okay, 20 minutes to boarding. Let's go and find our passports. And then flashback to, if you guys follow the Ahhh sisters, Erica, like, you know, her whole ordeal with losing her passport. I was like,
because I think I left my passport on the plane. Second option is to call the police and ask for an emergency like passport so I could leave the airport.
Like, okay, that's about to be me. And I'm like, why? So I looked like I was about leaving the bedroom to like maybe ask around for the securities or anyone, and I saw the cleaners and I asked them, oh, did you see? I didn't even come to my senses. I was like, oh, did you see? And I pointed to the sink, and then they were like, oh yes, come with me. And I was like, okay. And as soon as we stepped out of the bedroom, there was a second cleaner who was already waiting, holding my passport. And then she just gave me, she didn't even question me, she just gave me my passport, and I was like, thank you. I was like, you know that moment when God does something for you and you just don't even know where to begin. You know that you clearly do not deserve this, because with my carelessness, I clearly deserve to have gone through hell to get it back. But as God will have it, I didn't. And I got the passport right after leaving, and I was like, and then I took it, and then I boarded. I got to Phoenix, went to the restroom just to relieve myself, stepped out, went back to my boarding, to my gates, sat down for about 5 minutes, and then I realized I was missing my phone. I think at this point I need to go and take like an amnesia test, because guys, it's getting bad. I cannot keep doing this. Like, I left my phone in the friggin' restroom. And then I went back there, and of course it was like occupied, right? And then the lady stepped out, and then another lady was about entering, and I was like trying to go in, and she was like, oh, you know, are you in a hurry? I was like, no, I just want to look in there. And I looked, and my phone was right there, and I was like, I'll just take this, please. And then everyone was laughing, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm stupid, I'm dumb.
Your intellect is as weak as your dollar. You are made of stupid.
But good news, have my phone, have my passport, and we're still heading to New York. So yeah, so far everything is going well. Please, fingers crossed that I don't do any other stupid thing. But yeah, the journey continues, guys. Let's go. I just got to my uncle's place and I took a fat nap after I got back from the airport. I got back around 8 a.m. and my whole flight was from 9 p.m. yesterday to 8 a.m. today to 5 a.m. 6 a.m. ish. But basically throughout the night I couldn't like sleep in the airplane because like I don't know how people get to sleep. I can't sleep in the airplanes. Like the sounds, the motion, the vibration, everything, I can't sleep. So I couldn't sleep. And then when I got to the house, I took a fat nap from like 8 a.m. to like 2 p.m. And then I woke up to like phone calls from my friends, and then we spoke. And then my uncle and his like wife, they had like work, so they went out. The kids are not home, so like that made me even sleep even more. So I woke up, I had something to eat, and then the my auntie, my uncle's wife, just got home, and then we're gonna take a short walk around the neighborhood. So I'm gonna bring that along. Let's go. Updates. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Obviously you have noticed my skin is gone. So I got a cream when I went home to Nigeria after like graduating from college, and the cream, let me show you guys the cream. I don't know if you guys know the cream. It's called, where is it? Yo, this guy, it's called Olivera, guys, and it's supposed to be a black spot corrector, yo. Oh, it did more than correct black spot, all right. It friggin' bleached my whole face. Like I remember buying the cream, and I told the guys, the person at the shop, I was like, oh, hope this cream doesn't bleach. They were like, all the cream are like that, like, you know, you can't find any other cream. And I'm like, you can't tell me you don't have cream that is just normal moisturizer. It was like, that one is good, that one is good. And so they scam me, guys. They scam me, and now my face is gone. But I basically stopped using the cream, and hopefully my skin is going to go back to normal, guys. I just want to put it out there, okay? This is not intentional, please. I do not. Anyway, just for you guys wondering what happened, that's what happened. And I've been using the cream. Before I noticed this, I started using the cream since last year, August-ish, I think. Basically when I went home to Nigeria, and I used it August, September, October, November, December, January, February, literally almost close to a year. So, and I didn't notice this change. This change really happened all, I think, for the first 6 months I used it. I didn't notice this. It was during the summer. During the summer I didn't really go out much. I was indoors, so I think it marinated, and then now you can see the look. So I've stopped using the cream. I'm gonna get a normal moisturizer, hopefully from the US, that is better and not this much brightening. Hopefully my skin is gonna go back to normal, guys. I'm sorry that you have to look at this from now on, but it's gonna be fixed soon. Okay guys, let's go on our walk. Just got back from the walk and I am beat. I'm gonna take a shower now and then have some dinner, and then tomorrow I plan to visit a friend who also stays, well, she doesn't stay in New York, but she schools in New York, So she's like, she said whenever I'm around I should, you know, come see her. So I'm gonna hopefully go see her tomorrow. And yeah, catch you guys tomorrow. guys, so today's Sunday and I just got back from church. I forgot to vlog my feet for church, guys, but I had the same gown on. I had a different sandals on and I had like a white headband and like white pearls. I basically look slightly different, okay? And I didn't get to vlog it and I was like, ugh, so pissed. But anyway, now I'm heading out to the beach for a little sun, even though it's like 3 o'clock. But anyway, just heading out to the beach because over in my city it's kind of hard to access the beach. So I'm like, while I can, why not? So I'm heading out to the beach right now and yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along. Oops. So let's go. I have all my beach prep in here, my beach slippers, and I didn't really do anything much with my hair since it's gonna go underwater anyway. So yeah, catch you guys when I get to the beach. Just finished swimming and it was really refreshing being in the water again. I hope you guys can hear me over the wave, but yeah, it was really refreshing being in the sea. And yeah, so yesterday, guys, oh my gosh, story time. So yesterday when I went to Times Square, or to Manhattan basically, I went to Times Square, I went to see the Empire State Building, I went to Central Park, also went to see the Statue of Liberty through the cruise, the ferry, and it was all so beautiful, guys. It was like a dream come true. Oh my gosh, I couldn't, like, till now I'm still a little bit like excited of the, you know, adrenaline is still there, but like it was really really good to like fulfill such a dream of mine, and I was super excited and I was super happy. And yeah, so basically originally I was supposed to go with a friend, but last minute, I'm telling you, last minute, like the night before, like not the night before, early morning before, night before / early morning before, she was like, oh, she suddenly started having like, you know, headache, she wasn't feeling too well, and I ended up going alone because I was like, I didn't come all the way here to cancel my plans, okay? I was like, I decided to go myself. I went all the way there myself. Thankfully my own the family friend I was staying with, my uncle, was able to like drive me to the train station. I was able to figure out the whole train. Thankfully I had experience already of like train stations in like back in college, so I knew how to read the signs, so I was able to, even though I kind of still got lost. Did I? No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I got lost just for like 2 seconds, but anyway, so I was able to read the signs and find my way from like where I was to like the Grand Central Station, and then I came out and I had to walk, guys. Oh my goodness. Till now my legs still aches a tiny bit because like yesterday I couldn't walk. Like I walked for almost, what do you mean? I set out around 9 a.m. got there probably around 10, and then I returned home around 10 p.m. literally, yes, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 12 hours I was out. I walked from like the train station to Times Square, looked around, took pictures, and then walked from Times Square all the way to the Empire State Building, looked around, and then this was the craziest part. I walked from Empire State Building all the way to Central Park. That's like close to 30 going to 40 minutes walk. At some point I didn't even know what was doing. My leg was just moving. I was just going because I was gonna take like a bus, but like my uncle and the rest were like, oh, it's, you know, you get to see a lot of places, which I did enjoy. I enjoyed the view I was walking, but yikes, it was a walk. Eventually I got to Central Park, right, and I was like, oh well, it's just the park, like, how what could be the big deal? You just enter into the park, you look around, you come out.
No.
Yeah, Central Park was a whole city. It was a whole city of its own, Central Park. Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that. Like, to go from like one point of attraction to the other is literally like 30 minutes walk. Yeah, because I knew to walk from the entrance all the way to the fountain was like a whole 30 minutes. So I walked my ass yesterday, but it was fun. I feel like the what's the word, this dopamine or whatever was really driving me, so I didn't feel it, but I knew my legs were dying. And then I think the walking wasn't enough. So when I was done touring like Times Square, Central Park, etc., the last destination was supposed to be the Statue of Liberty, right? So I was like, when I'm done, I'll go all the way to the island, to the edge, and then go on the ferry. So when it was time for me to go, I looked at my phone, 5%. My phone was 5%, and I was like, uh-oh. I started looking for where to like charge. I couldn't find anywhere. Crazy enough, I couldn't find anywhere. The train I took had no charge. Even the train I took, before I got the chance to enter into the train, God even had to intervene, because when I got to the station, the lady at the station, she was like, she couldn't let me. I mean, I wasn't even trying to enter. I was like, I wanted to ask if I could like plug. I know it's a weird request, but like I couldn't find anywhere else. Literally, the stores I entered, they were like, they don't have power outlets, and I'm like, just so you don't want to help me out. But I got to the train station. I was like, maybe I'll find like somewhere around the train station where I could plug in like a power outlet. I couldn't find none. So I spoke with the person that is in charge of letting people in and out of the train station, and then I was like, oh, could I possibly like plug in my phone for like a few minutes in her station, because I couldn't like get into the train, obviously, into the train station, obviously, right? I needed my phone to like pay and stuff. So she was like, oh no, they can't take anything from people. I'm like, I'm not giving you, I'm not dashing my phone. I just wanted to plug it for me and let me enter train. She was like, oh no, she can't do that. And then I was like, okay. And it was really getting late at that point. It was around like 5 p.m. And I was like, oh my god, what do I do? So I was like, okay, fine. You know that moment when you start like giving up this, I've given up, beautiful face. It wasn't intentional, but I was literally like in a beautiful state at that moment. So she looked at me and she was like, you know what, just go ahead. And I was like, say what now? She's like, I should enter the station, and I'm like, my phone is there. What part of my phone is there? Did you not understand? She's like, no, like she's going to open it for me, and I'm like, huh? So she opened the station for me and she allowed me to enter for free, and I'm like, thank you, I love you. So I was able to enter the station for free, and then I looked around. I found like a place to like charge a port, but it was for USB. My phone, Samsung Type-C, and I'm like, so I couldn't charge my phone even in the like station, right? And then okay, maybe on the train I'll get to charge my phone. Enter the train, no charging, like no slots on the train, and I'm like, oh, why? So I went all the way from one station, because thankfully before my phone died, I memorized like the first part from what train to what train I was going to go to, and I was supposed to enter another train to the final destination, but my phone died, so I couldn't remember the next train I was supposed to enter. And I'm the kind of person like I'm not an introvert. I'm like an ambivert. I can talk, but at the same time, it cringes me out a bit, especially when I know like what I want to ask for is crazy. But I was finally able to bring myself to ask, because I was literally like at this point stuck, not lost but stuck. So I asked like somebody there. I was like, oh please, can I use your Google map? Like, I'm trying to get somewhere. My phone died. So thankfully, people I met were nice, so they were able to like help me with their Google Maps. She told me, okay, enter this train to this train, right? And then from there I'll enter another train and go. And I'm like, when I check my map, it was just supposed to be 2 trains. Now you're telling me I have to enter 2 more trains. I should have fully. I went to the next stop, and then I met somebody who was like, oh no, I was supposed to enter this other train. And I'm like, just it's okay. Where am I supposed to go next? And then she gave me another direction, and I was like, okay, fine. So that was how I was able to maneuver my way all the way to my final destination. And I was like, wait, now I'm actually like here. I got to like the ferry port, and then I was like, now that I'm here, even if I end up going on this ferry, I can't vlog, and it will be pointless because like it wasn't recorded, it didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, how am I going to record? So I was like, okay, I have to go and find somewhere to charge my phone. Like I definitely have to find somewhere. So I went around, I saw different stores. I couldn't like find anywhere. Some were closed, some said they didn't have power outlet. I'm like, yeah, right. Thankfully I found a particular store that was able to like help me like plug my phone, thankfully. And then I plugged it all the way to like I think 30%, and then I was like, whew. And then I was like, okay, now it's like, I was like, do I go home and probably like come back the next day when I have like, you know, 100% or something? I was like, I'm already here. And then I said, let me just, you know, explore. I got to the place and I saw closed, right? I saw the ticket booth closed, and I was like, it's closed. So maybe I'll just come tomorrow. All right, my aunt is here to pick me up, so I'm gonna keep this thing as I go. So where was I? Yes, I got to the place and I saw tickets booth closed, and then I saw some young guys around selling tickets. They were like, oh, buy your last minute tickets here. This is the last ferry. And I'm like, last ferry, last ticket. I said, wait, I want to go and like search. I did my research before, but like I don't know, I was like, maybe some things have changed, right? So I was like, maybe they're now selling tickets. And I went to search and I was like, no, it said online, like till date it's still free, the ferry ride is still free. And I'm like, huh. So I had to follow a different entrance, and then I found the actual entrance to the ferry lodge. And then I was like, I got in, I was like, you need a ticket? They were like, no. And I'm like, so those guys are trying to dupe me, bro. Not me, everybody. So thankfully I didn't pay attention to those guys, and then I was able to enter the ferry for free, and I was able to vlog. So I was really happy. And then I got back home really late because I walked around a lot and had to find my way around a lot, but I survived, guys. So that was my whole ordeal, and today's my last day. I'm going back tomorrow. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I had a great time. So yeah, catch you guys probably when I'm about to leave tomorrow.